Hi everybody, it is Dory and I'm not in a car this time. Lucky, lucky me. I figured while I'm sitting here with paperwork for my gynecology appointment today, I would come on here and give you guys an update. So yes, let me go through my spiel. I am Dory. I am 48 years old, 5'4" tall, and on September 12th of 2016, I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy weight loss surgery with Dr. Darren Tischler in Hartford, Connecticut at Hartford Hospital. My highest recorded weight was 350 pounds. Day of surgery was 300.5. Today I'm 175, holding steady. I can tell I still am very bloated. I think it has to do with recently being diagnosed with endometriosis and why I am going to my appointment today to see about surgery. Today is the day I'm seeing the specialist. The lowest I've seen is 156.3. Would love to be between 150 and 155. That is my goal. So I'm going to try to get there at some point. I may, though, need some help from a medication that they had offered me if I hadn't lost all the weight, since my last surgery appointment. But I'm not really thinking about that now. I just want to get through this appointment today, figure out if I'm having surgery, if I am, when that is going to occur. I know my eating has been a little bit off plan since Easter. For Easter, I did fine, but I had overeaten on my calories. I have not been able to get into a good rhythm with school being back. Like now, this week has been really crazy with appointments. I had Monday, I took one of my daughters for her consult for braces. The Tuesday I had off. I went and hung out with my, actually I didn't have it fully off. I had to go through all 4 of the kids' clothes, spring and summer, and switching it with the fall and winter clothes, which is a huge fiasco with 4 kids. But I got through that great. Yesterday I had an appointment with my other daughter to have her braces. She already has braces on, so she just needed to have them tightened and then another bracket put in the back. And then today, the kids leave here about 8:15, and then I have my appointment at 10. So I only have an hour in between before I have to leave for my appointment. I'm going to leave this video open at the end because I'm going to fill in an update when I get back from my my appointment to see if I'm going to have surgery, what they think about my CAT scans and you know, all my ultrasounds and things, which is huge for me because I'm a little nervous. I haven't had a lot of that pain that I had been having with the endometriosis lately, which is fantastic. I don't know why, but I'm glad I haven't. But anyway, so I do want to fill you guys in on a bunch of stuff. So my eating is off track. I don't know why, because I went grocery shopping. I showed you guys the Trader Joe's haul. I'm going to be going again probably tomorrow and do another haul. I'm not sure where I'm going to go yet, but I'm going to do another haul at some place to be able to meal prep. Maybe I'll do Aldi's. I have not been in Aldi's in forever. It has to be a year that I step foot into Aldi's. I know I see on you guys' videos that you guys go to Aldi's all the time and you found a lot of great deals. Maybe that's where I'll end up going. But eating, I have just been snacking a lot more than I have been. I have not been meal prepping as much as I have in the past, and I'm not really sure why, but the hang up I'm having is nothing's appealing to me. I don't want beef, I don't want lamb, I don't want turkey, I don't want burgers, I don't want steak, I don't want chicken, I don't want vegetables, I don't want salad. I don't even know. I'm kind of at a loss. For some reason, I'm just, nothing is like hitting me, like satisfying way. Like if I think of all those things, no, I don't want any of it. The only thing that I have eaten that I'm craving is bacon and eggs, which is fine, but my hang up isn't having the bacon and eggs, it is snacking in between. So for instance, I normally intermittent fast, and I have not been doing that either. I'm feeling like I'm more hungry, hungrier than usual earlier in the day, which I think is just a direct result of eating off plan for so long. So now this morning I had a piece of cheese, and I'm having a coffee with my nut pods and half and erythritol. And that's all I'm planning on having until I get back from the doctors, and then maybe even beyond that, and I'll go and grab, I don't know, something here. Maybe I'll just make bacon and eggs. And so that's my problem. My issue is if I get hungry, I just want to grab something, but the things I normally would prep are not I don't know, they're just not appealing to me. I'm not sick, I don't have a cold, I don't know, it just isn't, it's just not appealing. I can't even describe it any other way, it's just not appealing. My plan is to just have bacon and eggs until I can figure out what's appealing. I did take out some shaved steak, I believe, is in that package. It was frozen, so I think it's either a steak or shaved steak. And then I took out some cod. I think I'm kind of getting in the mood for cod. Mother's Day is Sunday. My husband asked me if I want lobster, so I can totally do lobster, which is one of my faves. And I may go to, today is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I guess I could go and pick some up at Whole Foods. I like the Whole Foods lobster and crab meat that they have already packaged in front of their seafood display. It's delicious. It's better than having to have it weighed and have to pay for the shell that you're not even going to consume. So I've been liking that a lot. So yeah, so that's kind of it. Also, let me think. What else about food? Coffee, like I'm having a coffee today. I had a coffee yesterday. That is new for me, wanting to have coffee. I've not wanted to have coffee. Instead, I've been having from Keto Bars is the company, and they have these amazing hot drinks, and they have a chai, like a spice chai latte type drink, and a hot cocoa, and there's only 0 net carbs and 1 net carbs in each of those. I think the 0 net carb is the hot cocoa, and the 1 net carb is the spice drink. It's like a chai. And I've been liking that, and I just brew it, and I add a scoop of collagen from Perfect Keto. That had been my drink for a long time. Now I'm having the coffee, which I love this coffee. And the coffee is maple pecan flavored. And I think that's from Community Coffee. Yeah, Community Coffee. I buy it on Amazon. But yeah, so that's my plan. My plan is to continue low carb and to have 0 snacks. So I'm gonna, from today forward, we're not gonna have snacks. So that means the Power Crunch bars, the One bars, the Quest peanut butter cups, the Quest chips, I don't have any Perfect Keto bars left, but like Atkins bars I had, oh, and the Good Fats bars. So I'm gonna just take 1 week. 1 week is my challenge from today. So today is Thursday, May 6th. And I'm gonna do it from today until next Thursday and see how I do on the scale. I'm gonna up my water. I'm gonna intermittent fast, and I'm only going to eat 2 meals a day. So that is my commitment to myself for the next week. I am almost 5 years out, guys. I'm over 4.5 years out. I know around this time people tend to gain, they tend to go backwards. I don't want that to happen. So instead, I am going to do whatever I can to help that not to happen. So I did want to get you guys up to speed. The last time I came to you in an update, I was telling you that my landlord put my house up for sale. We put an offer in. We wanted to buy it. And so we are in a contract. My landlord, we gave him full price. And down below, because it is still listed on the MLS, down below I am going to link the listing, so you guys can see what the house looks like. There are, like, in the beginning of the listing, as you scroll down, that's my side of the house, and then when you get to like a picture of a brown sofa, that's her side of the house. So from that down, they only let them take a couple of pictures, which is kind of scary now that we're going to be landlords, because I think the upstairs bedrooms that have been occupied by her adult children and a girlfriend, and I think they have a kid or something. She has a kid from someone else, and that's there, and she's pregnant. I think that those rooms are probably trashed, and that's why they wouldn't let the realtor take photos of them. But anyway, so I will list that down below, though it's kind of fun to see someone else's house when it's on the market. But we did put an offer in on Friday night, and by Saturday morning at 9:16, he was accepting that offer. And I've spoken to him. I love our landlord. We've been here 11 years. We call him Mr. Bill. And he's he just turned 70, and he's just amazing. I just love him. So we're totally going to have Mr. Bill over for dinner when all is said and done. We have a closing date of June 22nd, but we already have I scheduled our inspection on Monday. Then we have the appraisal shortly thereafter. And then I guess the bank will send the money. So I do want to just put a little blurb in here. Not to pat myself on the back, although I feel like I have really accomplished a lot, but just as a testimony that if there's anybody watching this that is struggling with credit, with debt, with anything like that, I just want to let you guys know that if I can do it, anybody can do it. I was a very selfish teenager, and I racked up a lot of credit card debt over the years, and about 25 years ago, I filed bankruptcy, Chapter 11, where I paid back 10% of my creditors, and it was off my record in 11 years, I believe. I think that was about 25, 30 years ago when I filed bankruptcy. I had bought a house with my ex-husband. I had bought a brand new car. I was just living for, who knows, for me, for selfishness. And so then I was single for a while with my 2 older kiddos, single mom, and I owned a daycare. That's what I did for 10 years. Loved it. It was wonderful. Then I sold my other house in 2005, and I still was not 100% with wanting to get out of debt, and I kind of squandered a lot of the profit that I made off that home on clothes and going out and food and shopping and taking people out. And I took my best friend to the mall, and I bought her a whole living room set with the lamp she wanted and the table she wanted, and so many things I gifted. And so anyways, so back in 2005, it was not a great thing. Then my husband and I, he came from a different background than I did with money, and his parents are very, very good with money, and they owned businesses, and my father-in-law worked for the city of New York, and so now he has a pension, and they basically taught me through my husband that you know, how to save and how to not live just within, you know, paycheck to paycheck. And then I had the surgery in 2016, which I'm so thankful I did. And I did not go off the rails with buying clothing, which I'm sure I would have had I not been with my husband. I probably would have done crazy things. But anyways, then fast forward, my husband and I took a Financial Peace University class with Dave Ramsey through our church. That was amazing. We've been at the same church for about 23 years, and people helped us with just, you know, saving and all that. And then the big turnaround came when my husband joined the military in 2018, which will be 3 years, the 15th of this month. And I'm so incredibly thankful and just grateful that he joined the military. And so when he left for boot camp in October of 2018, I was able to bank and pay off all of our debt. And so we are debt free, we live debt free. There's one stipulation I will add just for myself. I also know Erin from my Level 10 Life also did Dave Ramsey. She's also debt free. She pays cash for everything. And she actually believes the same thing I do. I will say one stipulation that I do not follow with Dave Ramsey is to close all of your credit cards and not care about your credit score. And the reason being is Dave is a multi-millionaire or billionaire, and he doesn't need a credit score because he just pays cash and he's got all the equity in all of his homes. But for someone like us who have just applied for a mortgage for this home, it was extremely helpful that we had our credit scores in almost the 750s. And so for us, for this home, we applied for the mortgage. My husband gave them all of the documents, our bank statements, pay stubs, licenses, things of that nature. And within 2 hours, we were already pre-approved. And I just share this only because not to puff ourselves up at all, not to be, patting ourselves on the back, but just if you guys are out there, you can do it. If you do Dave's plan with the debt snowball effect, that is phenomenal. And so anyway, so we do have our credit cards open. We do have on the credit card sites where we lock them. And then I have two that I use if we need something that I'm waiting between a paycheck and I don't want to touch any of the cash in the bank. I don't want to touch our emergency fund. I don't want to touch our other fund that we have. And I just don't want to move money. I will just use this credit card and then pay it off the next couple of days when he gets paid. And so that's it. So we were pre-approved for this home. We gave him the full asking price, which was $285,000. And then we have our down payment of $10,000, and then we worked in the additional $10,000 in closing costs into the mortgage. So our total mortgage is $295,000. Our payment per month is going to be $1,850 or $1,890. We got a 3% interest rate. And the rent next door is $1,300. So we basically will have to come up with $600 for our rent or our mortgage every month, which is phenomenal. So that's it. That's basically it about the house. Pray that it goes through. I know it's still less listed, even though it's in a contingent pending offer accepted status. But they did come and hang a sign yesterday. I don't know why they have to hang this big sign in front of the house, but they hung this big sign. And it's still on MLS, which I'll link below. It's kind of fun just to see my home. You'll see this area that I'm sitting with the window and my plants, and I have my microwave and my air conditioner. So anyhow, so it was great. So far the whole buying of a house, honestly, we didn't even need the realtors. Sadly, he should have come to us before just to offer it. He had offered it 2 years ago to us, the house, if we wanted to buy it. So I was hoping that he would have come to us this time, but I have a buyer's agent that we were working with anyways, and then we have his realtor. So we could have got away with not having to pay anything because my realtor, my buyer's agent, didn't really have to do anything except put some paperwork together. That's it. So, but anyway, so that's enough about the house. So it looks like we're staying here in Western Massachusetts. For at least the next 2 years, we'll make some home improvements. I want a new floor. I'm going to paint every room. I'm going to have people come and paint professionally in some of the rooms. I want a backsplash, a countertop, new cabinets. And that's really it. I want to take the carpet off the stairs. Upstairs I have carpet, and then there's carpet on what we call the landing. We want to get chickens, and we want to plant a couple of trees. I want a big magnolia tree in the front of the house. Just things like that. So that is our plan for the next couple of years. But it's a great area. We have our own electric company, which is, I can almost see it from my house here. Up the street where they had factories from like 1900s. We had the first tire factory. If you look it up, it's called Fisk. That was the first company to make tires. But it's an abandoned building, which I'm sure is full of asbestos. But the city actually just made an announcement that they are knocking down there's about 7 separate buildings and they're knocking a ton of them down. And they're actually building a sports arena and some restaurants and all of this when we have our huge 4th of July. From our deck, you'll see in the pictures that will be on the listing, but it's just sky above us. It's gorgeous. So although I wanted to move down south, and although I wanted a newer home where I could pick things and all of that, instead, we are going to stay here. It's a great investment property. It's a great future thing for our family. And so that is our plan for now. And hey, I mean, in 2 years, we might just say, you know what, we've done so many, renovations. And, you know, we have a senior center up the street. We have a park right here. We have Dunkin' is 2 houses down from me. There's a corner store. I can walk up the street and, you know, there's a lot. We have a huge piece of property. My husband has his garden. There's so many things that we can do. And we also have a 2-car garage, which you'll see in the pictures, not inside. You'll just see the outside, but it's a 2-car garage, completely empty. We have a full basement, which we could, if we wanted to, finish the basement. We'll see how the inspection goes because this house was built in 1890. I do know there's asbestos on the pipes downstairs, although they were professionally wrapped. We'll see what the inspector says, if we need to wrap them a little bit more. But anyways, so that is it about the house. If you have any other questions about the process, about debt, about Dave Ramsey, about, I don't know, anything you want to know, post it down below and I'll answer the question in another video. This video is already 21 minutes long. I didn't mean for it to go that long, but I did want to update you guys on everything. I think what I'm going to do, instead of adding how my appointment went, I'll make a separate video on my appointment and whether or not I'm going to have surgery and when that's going to be. What else? I think that's probably it, guys. Thank you guys for sticking around this long. I love every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope that you have so much success in your life that you're just pinching yourself every day. I hope that you guys will like and subscribe and share my video. And if you want me to do a separate video on, you know, debt or, I don't know, credit cards or how to raise your credit score or, I don't know, anything like that, I'm an open book. Yeah, I mean, I'll answer questions about owning a daycare, you know, different regulations, what I found to help. I don't know, whatever you guys want, I'm here. But thank you guys for sticking around. 22 minutes, almost 23 minutes. Can we hurry up and talk before it goes to 23 minutes? So I love you guys, and have a great day.